let us introduce you to the Classic Spreader from ABI, the most durable, functional, and pasture-friendly compact spreader in the world. ABI has brought to the market a compact spreader that has the quality of the past, but with the technology and conveniences of today. Before we get too far into presenting our spreaders, we want you to know that the ABI Classic Spreaders come in sizes that range from 25 to 130 cubic feet and are available in both ground and PTO drive. The main reason that ABI has over 10,000 satisfied customers worldwide is because we listen to what you tell us. And so, we've listened, we've engineered, and we've provided solutions to the major objections to owning a compact spreader. You've told us that compact spreaders today don't last, that bolt-together boxes and frames fall apart, and that cheap mechanical components break down. Therefore, the ABI Classic Spreader is 100% welded and weighs at least 1/3 more than its competitors. It's made of a 12-gauge COR-TEN steel that is completely weather resistant and will stand up to the abuse that any farm or ranch will give it. This is the way spreaders were constructed 30 years ago when they were made to last. Our mechanical components and floors are products that make our spreaders outlast any of our competitors. The ABI chain engagement mechanism virtually eliminates drive chain slipping and will keep the chain and sprocket in perfect alignment. The T-rod apron chain is 4 times stronger than the steel detachable linkage chains that have been used in the past. And our flooring is not steel or wood. It's a poly floor made with 1 1/4-inch tongue and groove plastic boards that will not rot, warp, and bind the apron web. This flooring will last you a lifetime. We guarantee it. You've also told us that you hate the way traditional spreaders throw large clumps of manure out on the pasture and on the driver, that this is bad for the environment and your pasture. Therefore, every ABI Classic Spreader has a significant shredder bar that cuts up the manure, straw, and hay before being flung onto the pasture. You see, to properly apply manure to a pasture, it first needs to be shredded so that the spreader can apply an even and thin layer. When clumps of manure sit on the pasture, the UV rays of the sun can't break it down. These clumps are a breeding ground for flies, and your pasture can't be used for grazing. Now with every ABI Classic Spreader, the manure is shredded before it hits the ground. Our spreaders give you complete control of how much manure is put on your pasture. With 4 to 7 different speed controls of the apron chain or conveyor, you can determine how often you turn your pasture for grazing, or how much nitrogen or fertilizer you want on your grass. And we have dialed in our spreader bar with custom-made wide spread beaters that evenly spread the shredded manure. You put all this together and you soon realize that ABI has the most eco-friendly compact manure spreaders on the market today. You've told us that nothing frustrates you more than having the box of your spreaders rust and corrode away because of the acidity of manure. Well, ABI has creatively solved this problem. Many of our competitors have gone to a galvanized steel box. Okay, they've solved one problem, but created another. You can't weld galvanized steel. It becomes toxic. And so if you have a box that is galvanized, you're guaranteed to have a bolt-together spreader. And then you wonder why today's spreaders won't last. At ABI, we solve this problem differently. We put our spreaders through a 5-step corrosion and rust-resistant process. Our first step is that we use 12-gauge COR-TEN steel. Our steel prohibits rust from eating through our spreaders. This is an all-weathering steel that is used in the construction and shipping industries. The second step is to sandblast the steel, which removes all impurities and opens the pores for better paint absorption and bond. Thirdly, we use a Rust-Oleum paint that is applied to our corrosion-resistant steel. You cannot powder coat a manure spreader and get good results. If the powder coat gets chipped and water gets behind it, rust will erode the steel. Our fourth step is to apply a coal tar epoxy bed liner inside the box for further rust resistance. And our last step is to use a tongue and grooved 1 1/4 inch poly floor that has a limited lifetime warranty. Because of this 5-step process, you don't have to worry about corrosion when you buy an ABI Classic Spreader. Hopefully by now, we've gotten your attention. And if we have, and you want to know even more details about the ABI Classic Spreaders, make sure to watch our white booth demonstration video. This video will walk you through our spreaders point by point and feature by feature so that there are no more questions to be answered. However, if you're ready for the personal touch that has become one of the core values of ABI and a price quote that includes freight to your doorstep, you need to call our toll-free number at 877-788-7253 and speak with one of our knowledgeable equipment specialists. They will help you decide what size spreader and options you need, introduce you to our money-back guarantee, and provide you the payment options, including financing, that often comes with 0% interest. Call today, and you can stop the ongoing cycle of buying cheaply made manure spreaders every few years, and finally get a spreader that will hold up to a quality reputation. The ABI Classic Spreader, the only spreader that has the quality of past generations with the technology and conveniences of today.